This time I came to Kyushu, the southernmost of the 4 main islands of Japan, specifically Fukuoka Prefecture, for a 5-day self-driving trip. It's my first time self-driving in Japan, and I'll share my observations and perspectives from this journey. Kyushu is a little over 36,000 square kilometers in size, similar to Taiwan's size. In ancient times, it was called Tsukushi. Within it, Fukuoka Prefecture was divided into Buzen, Chikuzen, and Chikugo in ancient times. After the Battle of Sekigahara, Tokugawa Ieyasu granted Chikuzen province to Kuroda Nagamasa, and the castle he built is Fukuoka Castle, whose ruins are still in Fukuoka's urban area. The capital of Fukuoka Prefecture, Fukuoka City, has a population of about 1.6 million, roughly comparable to Tainan City, making it the largest city in Kyushu. It forms a common living area with Kitakyushu and is the 4th largest metropolitan area in Japan in terms of population. Fukuoka's agricultural industry produces wheat, strawberries, kiwi, and seaweed. Since ancient times, it has been an industrial hub, and in modern times, it has transformed into an automotive industry center. The headquarters of Nissan and Toyota are both located in Fukuoka Prefecture. Japanese shrines are also one of the highlights of Fukuoka. In 2022, there were more than 13,000 convenience stores in Taiwan, while there were over 15,000 temples. In Japan, there are more than 88,000 shrines, with just over 3,000 in Fukuoka alone, ranking 3rd in Japan. The number of shrines in Fukuoka even exceeds that of Kyoto. It feels like there's a shrine every few blocks you walk, as if they are everywhere. Shrines in Japan mainly follow Shintoism, while Buddhist temples are primarily Pure Land Buddhism. Their architectural styles differ. The largest number of shrines in Japan is the Hachiman-gyu shrines, which represent the ancestral deities of the imperial family, with over 40,000. Next is the Inari shrines, which honor the god of rice and harvest, with over 30,000. And then there's the Dasafu Tenmenku shrine, dedicated to the god of scholarship Sugawara no Michizani, with 12,000. The highest density of shrines in Fukuoka is concentrated near the Gion area in Hakata. You can walk to visit the nearby shrines within walking distance. The Sumiyoshi Shrine in Sumiyoshi-cho enshrines the guardian deities of seafaring. The Sumiyoshi Three-God passing office workers come here to worship, and in the morning, there are rituals performed by shrine maidens. The main hall was constructed by the feudal lord Kuroda Nagamasa in the Sumiyoshi style. This Sumiyoshi is a high-ranking shrine, and together with the Sumiyoshi shrines in Osaka City and Yamaguchi Prefecture, they are known as the 3 Great Sumiyoshi. The so-called Sesha shrines are subsidiary shrines related to the main deity. It's somewhat similar to Lungshan Temple, where around Guanyin there are also Heavenly Mother, Wenchang Emperor, and others. In the vicinity of this Sumiyoshi, there are also ship charms and other Sesha shrines like the Shiga Shrine, Inyeri, Ebisu, and Tenmeng. Inari Shrine. Inari deities are collectively known as the gods of bountiful harvests in Japan, including deities such as Kuraokami, Bishamon, and Hotei. Additionally, the Buddhist deity Dakinetan is also regarded as an Inari deity in Japan. Foxes are considered messengers of Inari deities, and across the nation, Inari shrines are almost always adorned with foxes instead of the traditional lion-dog statues. Torii gates are seen as gateways connecting the realm of the gods and the human world. The torii gates at Inari shrines are uniformly read. When companies experience prosperous results, after praying for profits, they often dedicate torii gates to the shrine. This is why Inari shrines often feature rows of torii gates, with Fushimi Inari Taisha boasting one of the most spectacular sights. Thousands of torii gates arranged in rows from the base to the summit, referred to as the Senbun torii. Every shrine has a purification basin, which serves a simple function of cleansing the hands and mouth before worship. One scoops water, washes the left hand, then the right hand, followed by using the left hand to pour water into the right hand to rinse the mouth, and finally cleansing the water ladle. Kushida Shrine. Originating in the year 757, and established by Emperor Kiko. Kushida Shrine boasts a history spanning over 1,200 years. It stands as the spiritual center of the Hakata district. To draw a comparison, consider Taiwan's oldest temple, the Penghu Tianhu Temple, which dates back over 400 years to the 16th century. This highlights the immense antiquity of Kushida Shrine's 1,200-year history. The shrine venerates three primary deities: Amaterasu Omikami, Ohata Nushi, Nokami, each year. During the Jian Festival in July, the Yamakasa Festival takes center stage at Kushida Shrine. 14 elaborately adorned stationary Yamakasa, towering over 10 meters in height, are constructed. Additionally, 7 portable Yamakasa are carried and paraded, involving around 8,000 bearers donning loincloths and waterproof coverings, much like Taiwan's Mazu pilgrimage. This grand event spans 15 days and attracts over 3 million participants. A unique aspect is that the Yamakasa are replaced annually with new creations, reflecting the themes of different eras. Notably, Kushida Shrine's Yamakasa remains an exception, as it is displayed within the shrine until the following June. Ebisu is a sea deity in Japanese mythology and one of the 7 lucky gods, being the only one among them native to Japan. His representation includes holding a fishing rod and a sea bream, symbolizing the bestowal of prosperity. During the annual Ebisu Grand Festival on the 10th day of January, millions of people flock to Ebisu shrines across the country to pray for prosperous business and thriving households throughout the year. The streets are lined with hundreds of stalls, creating a breathtaking sight. In Fukuoka, there are Buddhist temples. Manjuta Temple on MT, Fujin. This temple has a profound connection with the Jodo Shinshu Hongwanji and has been a branch of the main temple Nishi Hongwanji, for a long time. Many distinguished monks have resided here over the years, contributing to its rich history. It is also one of the representative Jodo Shinshu temples in Fukuoka. During the period of Japanese rule in Taiwan, Nishi Hongwanji also conducted missionary work in Taiwan, establishing the Nishi Hongwanji Temple on Zhonghuo Road in Taipei City. Chichoji Temple is the head temple of the Shingon sect of Buddhism, founded by the great Master Kukai upon his return from the Tang Dynasty in the year 806 AD. Originally situated by the sea, it was later relocated to its current site under the patronage of the second lord of the Kuroda clan, Kuroda Tadayuki. As a result, the temple's rear grounds serve as the final resting place for the second, third, and eighth generations of the Kuroda clan, namely Tadayuki, Mitsuyuki, and Harutaka, within the temple. A wooden statue of Senju Kannon Bodhisattva dating back to the Heian period has been preserved, designated as an important cultural property. Angyo Mountain, Shangfu Temple. Shangfu Temple belongs to the Rinzai sect of Zen Buddhism and was constructed in the year 1195. The main hall of the temple features the familiar Mahavira Hall. On the central mandala altar, there are statues of Shakyamuni, Maitreya, and Amitabha Buddhas. The overall architecture showcases the style of Zen Buddhism, distinct from the architecture of Shinto shrines. In Taiwan, Zen Buddhism is represented by temples like Foguangshan, Dharma Drum Mountain, and Lingjiu Mountain. Venerable Sheng Yen of Dharma Drum Mountain also studied in Japan. During this journey, I visited Fukuoka Castle in Fukuoka City, Kumamoto Castle in Kumamoto City, and Kokura Castle in Kitakyushu City. Japanese castles are referred to as tenshu or tenshukaku, which means the main tower or keep of the castle. During the Meiji period, there were various reforms, including the abolition of Swords Edict, abolition of Han Edict, and abolition of Castle Edict. Among these, the 1987 abolition of Castle Edict led to the demolition of castles across the country, leaving around 60 castles preserved initially. However, many of them were also damaged during World War II, and now only 12 castles remain. Kumamoto Castle. Kumamoto Castle's predecessor was Kuma Castle, and its surviving main tower ranks 4th in height, at 32.9 meters. The castle has a circumference of 9 kilometers and holds significant historical significance. It was completed by the renowned General Kato Kiyomasa. Multiple magnitude 6 to 7 earthquakes struck Kumamoto in 2016, leading to the collapse of numerous city walls. Restoration efforts commenced in 2019, with completion expected within 20 years. In the year 1600, Kumamoto Castle was only involved in one battle, the Southwest Campaign. The defending generals Kido Takayoshi and Sakuma Samata both later became governors of Taiwan, influencing its history significantly. The name Kumamoto is derived from its predecessor, Kuma Castle, with the same sound. The region was anciently called Hanokuni, and its predecessor was the sound-alike Hai-no-kuni. The origin of Hai-no-kuni is the Aso volcano in Fukuoka Prefecture, which is currently designated as a national park. Kokura Castle. ranked 6th in height at nearly 30 meters. Kokura Castle faced the Kanman Strait. It served as a crucial point for both land and sea transportation, and was a preferred castle since ancient times. Mori Katsunobu earned the territory of 60,000 koku in Bizen Province, which includes Kokura, due to his achievements in Toyotomi Hideyoshi's Kishu campaign. However, after supporting the Western forces in the Battle of Sekigahara in 1600 and being defeated, Mori and his son were exiled. The territory was then granted to the capable Hosokawa Tadatoshi. Hosokawa Tadatoshi later moved to Kumamoto, leading to Kokura Castle being owned by Hosokawa. Tadatoshi from 1632 to 1860, Miyamoto Musashi visited the home of Hosokawa Tadatoshi in 1634. Unfortunately, in 1866, Kokura Castle was burned down during the war between Kora Domain